What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We're reacting to the 6th episode of the ACOLYTE. This one is called Teach/Corrupt. If you want to see uncut reactions for the entire season, check them out on our Patreon, link down below. We've also got uncut reactions for House of the Dragon, Hot D, as it's referred to, for both seasons of that show, and plenty of other stuff that we've been watching, including movies. And next week, stay tuned, we will be watching Deadpool. And then we're going to talk about it on the Chexicans podcast, which you should also subscribe to, which is linked down below as well. I don't really have any expectations for this episode. I think we're just probably going to pick up right where we left off, and maybe there'll be some flashback stuff, but I'm so excited to find out more about Qimir. And we found out quite a bit, you know, like we found out they pulled something from Legends, Cortosis armor, which I thought was really cool. So I'm really stoked to see just more of the story and to start sort of unraveling the mystery and for people to scream at each other over it.
It's like with the last episode with some of the major supporting characters dying, we were like thrown.
Jackie,
and it's
Yord,
like,
literally, Flo Floon.
These last 3 episodes are going to be different, potentially. Like, what is the direction that this is going to take? No idea. I'm stoked. I'm ready.
Yeah. I feel bad for any Star Wars coming after this last episode because that last episode was a banger. It was a banger.
It was.
Hopefully, I think this is gonna really be a really cool wrap up to the story, though. And I feel like we're gonna get some cool flashback scenes because we still don't know what happened the night the witches died. For real.
You're right.
We have to get that answered, and that's going to be really crazy to find out. So every Jedi besides Soul who was there that night is dead at this point. So oh man, okay, this is crazy. All right, ready to go.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
They're in the back cave.
You're in danger, girl. Get out of there.
Osha, you in danger, girl.
What do you have? A
that
knife.
All May stuff?
Dude, are we on ahch-to?
Is this Luke's island? I think it is Luke's island. Oh, dang.
It looks like it.
It looks a lot like it.
I mean, this is also, isn't this where we ended in the first episode where May was looking out at Qimir?
Whoa.
How dare you? How dare you?
Might be,
this is ACOLYTE or not?
Right. Yeah. We ended the first episode with Qimir with the helmet on and everything in the voice, but we didn't know then if it was ahch-to. Unknown planet.
Unknown planet. Dang. Bastards.
Hey, man. Hey, if we see some porg, guess what? We're in The Last Jedi.
Guess, yep.
If
we see some blue milk producing weirdos.
Some Salafirans. But Qimir on that unknown planet could be some time after, you know, he collected Osha and like...
My whole team is dead.
You're right, Adam.
They didn't hear him. They didn't hear him.
Impossible.
Bombs and running. There is a much larger threat.
Can you please turn your satellite 15 degrees to the left,
Oh my
please?
God.
Oh, well, no way.
Oh, man.
I'm going to reset the transceiver. Take the wheel.
Jesus
Told you guys,
Louises.
I think what's going to happen is going to happen. She's going to like learn new information and go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The man needs to grieve.
Yeah.
You never see Jedi act like this.
It's not common, that's for sure, but damn, he's got every reason to. Very un-Jedi to be this emotional, but that's part of being human.
Yeah. Hey, homie, get over here.
I need to tell you something, please. Come here. Oh, Pip.
This is cute. I could watch Basil do
literally anything.
stuff all day.
Basil-y things. Yeah.
Basil needs a 24-hour YouTube channel, please.
Hey, okay.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Tinin.
What was that?
Basil speaking Tinin. Okay. Okay.
Whoa.
Hell yeah,
Whoa.
That's a gnarly scar.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have full frontal and behind nudity. First time ever.
Holy Sith.
Show us your dark side. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Qimir knows exactly what's happening.
He knows.
He's got to know she's there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he can sense it.
Yeah.
Watch. Oh, no. Okay.
How does it feel?
Don't move.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Dude, I want him to shoot out of this water like a crazy flipping Jedi.
Just naked.
If you're not gonna join me, I'd like to put my clothes back on.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Is this the sexiest Star Wars show?
Now you're wondering how I can read your mind. I can't. Your anger betrays your thoughts.
These little like head cocks are so cocky, dude. This dude
Did you kill Soul?
No.
killed that Wookiee though.
Interesting you ask about him first. He taught you the Jedi arts, but he's more to you than that.
He's like a dad.
A special relationship, isn't it? Master and pupil.
This fool's playing mind games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really
Have you
is.
ever heard the tale of Darth P.P. the Wise? Girl, quit trying to kill everyone.
You saved us, Osha. You saved me.
Whoa.
I feel like he's so blinded by his feelings right now that he couldn't even differentiate Osha from May anyways.
Yes.
It's time for me to face the High Council.
He's got to face the High Council. He's all kinds of twisted up.
Soul's not making it out of the show alive, you guys.
Unless you want fans to burn the place down.
You know what? He also may live, but then be like exiled or put in a jail cell or something, and then the rest of the Jedi Council will cover it up.
This is a case of an ambitious senator grasping for power.
Apologies, Senator. I must go. But thank you for your update.
Another senator, huh? Weary of the Jedi trying to raise up the ranks?
We received a distress call from Master Soul.
What did he say?
There were casualties.
Who?
The connection was faulty, but it sounded like
Everyone.
All of them.
the entire team.
Gulps nervously.
Yep. Gulp.
Prepare a rescue team to depart for the planet Kofar immediately.
How do you know where he is?
I sent him there.
Sick. We're going to see that purple lightsaber whip, boys. Get ready.
Hell yeah.
You speak as if you were a Jedi.
I was.
Yeah, I was actually wondering, was he Soul's apprentice prior to Osha? Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, nice.
Basil. No.
Oh my God.
Hey, relax. Hey, whoa.
Oh, my God. Basil MVP.
Aw, a little gag.
Oh, no.
What if I reset you to factory settings?
No, don't do it. Oh, damn.
No.
That's how I reset my iPhone, too.
Can you run a check on the power system?
Well, she needs to find a way to fake being a mechanic.
A mechanic.
Yeah.
The Jedi teach there's only one way to access the Force, but there is another way. Below the surface of consciousness are powerful emotions.
That's the path to the dark side.
Semantics.
I was almost waiting for him to say, or freedom.
I killed those who threatened my existence.
You killed Yord.
A man who didn't hesitate to turn you in for a crime you didn't commit.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna turn her.
Where did you think that was going to go?
Yeah,
You would
that's
have
what
the
I
same relationship with her that you have with your master.
think we talked about that last week, right? It would be crazy if they flip sides.
Who can't go as deep as you can.
I'm not my sister. I'm not that easily corrupted.
Give me 30 minutes.
I don't think they're going to corrupt. I think they're both going to hear each other's side of the story, and they're just going to love each other more at the end of this.
I hope
Because they
so.
understand each other.
Very cool.
You stayed here to do something. Do it.
This is so intimate.
Yeah.
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
Why do you still think of yourself as a Jedi? They didn't want you.
It's getting a little steamy in here. Is it just me?
Why?
Because I chose to.
Are you sure about that?
Let me go.
What you're feeling right now.
Jesus.
This anger, this pain, this is who you are. The Jedi saw it, and that's why they threw you away.
Mentiroso.
Why aren't you a Jedi, Osha?
Because I failed!
Kill him. Kill him.
I lost everything, but when you lose everything,
You have everything to gain.
that's when you're finally free.
Yeah. Very dangerous.
Become my apprentice. He's about to say, become my apprentice.
Let me show you the power of the dark side.
You get nauseous when you travel through hyperspace?
I don't get sick. I find it unsettling.
I think that's a detail from the books.
wouldn't
Young Vernestra
surprise me.
Rowe.
Is Basil about to become the hero of this whole show?
Already is. Always was.
You sound surprised.
How could I not have sensed that villain's true intentions when we first met him on Olega?
That's what the backstory was. I sensed something familiar.
I had to lose in order to become a Jedi, even if I didn't know it at the time.
I'm sorry if you felt that way.
How could I feel any other way?
A little bit of May is probably going to come out now.
Have you told me everything that happened on Brentalk?
Oh, here we go.
Here it is.
You were very young.
A long time ago. Don't you? No show. You tell us right now. If you say another time, you.
Come on, y'all. Y'all can co-pilot. Y'all can talk in co-pilot.
My name is...
Oh.
Does he know? Did he realize it? Did he figure it out?
He knows.
Oh,
Basil told him.
Basil told him. Nice.
Master Soul, the rescue team is on their way. Leave your transponder on.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Oh.
Huh?
Is he
What?
gonna go try to find Osha?
For Basil's sake.
No.
Get him off the ship.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
Where are you going?
Oh, that's great.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
What did they say?
Seems an Umbramoth colony hatched last night and wreaked havoc on a local settlement. If the Jedi had been anywhere near that colony, that could explain a large amount of casualties.
No.
No.
Come on, Vernestra, you know what to do. When a problem comes along, you must whip it. I really hope that they reveal this as ahch-to.
Yeah, I wonder if it doesn't even have a name at this point.
No, I think ahch-to had a name from like the beginning of the Jedi Order.
Oh, you're
According
right.
to the
Yeah,
Star
why would it
Wars
not?
timeline book, they had it. They named it.
I thought she wanted more than just revenge. I thought she wanted what I want.
What do you want?
The power of two.
Power.
Where'd you get that scar?
How do you think I got it?
Looks like someone stabbed you in the back.
Someone who threw me away.
Damn, dude, that's a lightsaber scar?
That looks like a whip scar.
Oh, Vernestra was
Ooh.
Vernestra his old master.
Kurtosis.
That'd be wild.
Handy against lightsabers, but also a sensory deprivation headpiece. Like we used as younglings.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just you and the Force. And what you bring with you.
He was someone's apprentice. I mean,
Vernestra could have been one of those things where, like, I've talked about how Vernestra was like a much happier character in these books where she's like 12 and now she's 112 or something. So like, what if the thing that got her to become more of a hard ass was that she had an apprentice who was like, oh, you're dark side all the way. And she had to fight him and then had to whip him in the back and thought he died. And
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what connection does that have with Soul other than just being a Jedi?
Oh, don't
Jesus.
say that.
Come on, Jesus.
I don't want to. Oh.
like, this wasn't just some roly polies. This girl was 3
Look at this bowling ball design. Come on.
Oh my God, it's about to happen.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't realize this until the rewatch, but his Cortosis gauntlet got broken off when Yord hit him with the lightsaber.
Okay.
So I wonder if they'll find pieces of that.
What happened here?
What do you see?
Mog, you don't even want to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sole aim was to leave no survivors.
Oh,
Oh,
pretty sick.
damn.
Rad.
that's pretty sick.
That's really rad.
What does that tell you?
A powerful Jedi has fallen.
This is no Jedi.
You don't think Master Soul was responsible?
Oh, okay.
It's quite the accusation.
No, we didn't immediately go there. Damn, can you imagine though if Soul ends up being the one blamed for all of this, and then, like you were saying, after he has to go into hiding or something, and that's how they never find out there was. You probably shouldn't have left Pip on her side.
I have no intention of harming you, May.
And let me go.
I will.
I got questions.
You need to find your master. We need to save Osha. But first, you and I are going to talk.
This is intense, dude. This is intense.
Yeah. Think about what I would say to you if I ever got the opportunity. So you're going to listen.
If this episode ends or they cut to something else, I'm going to be pissed.
You guys, the name of this episode is... Hang on.
Adam.
Hang on.
You called it. Oh, wait.
No.
Okay.
This episode is called Teach/Corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
But what if Soul is the one to corrupt and Qimir is the one that is teaching?
To teach?
Like,
yeah. I mean, of course.
Because look at even like the lighting in the Qimir cave is like really nice and yellow and warm and inviting. And the lighting on this ship with Soul
Very
is
blue.
like blue and
It's like a
cold.
hospital.
And he's got her tied up and he's like, we're going to talk.
Was that cortosis coming out of the wall that she saw?
Oh, I think you're right.
Oh, so this unknown planet is wherever cortosis is mined? Oh my God. Now the episode's going to end, Adam.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
That's pretty cool. Oh, he can't see anything out of that.
Yeah, he literally just uses the Force. It's just you
That's
and
crazy.
the Force.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go.
Interesting
Nice.
ending. Yeah.
That was directed by Hanel M. Culpepper, who I believe has directed episodes of maybe now a couple of the newer Star Trek shows. Very good. Very, very good.
Cool.
I like that episode. I don't think I liked it as much as the
Yeah.
action-packed last episode, but
Yeah. Well,
we're moving
I
towards the last two.
I think it's a really tough act to follow because I completely understand this is kind of like part of the rebuild for the next two
Yeah, this is
episodes
act
until
three.
we get to the finale. It's a little frustrating though as a viewer to kind of have been waiting for this moment of it is exposition, but it's really like the truth. It's really important to find out what has happened. I would have been fine with at least getting half of the story. It feels a little unfulfilling for me at least to get what we got because what we got was really good and it was really insightful. And like you were saying, I feel like the script I think the world is slowly spinning in a different direction.
Yeah.
Where the villain feels like not necessarily the hero, but the hero also doesn't necessarily feel like the hero either. Feels a little bit more villainesque with the way he's approaching, trying to talk to May. I think I would have just wanted a little bit more, even if it was just maybe like 5-10 minutes more to just give us at least a piece of the puzzle. And then maybe if that puzzle ended on a cliffhanger. So I still liked it, but yeah, I think when you're following up such a strong episode last week, I'm just chomping at the bit for a little bit more.
For more details. Yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I feel like and it kind of goes with what the show has been doing in the episodes before the last episode where it's just little nuggets of like, we're gonna do something, we're gonna do something, we're gonna do something. And then it doesn't necessarily feel like a fulfilling episode because there's other cliffhangery episodes in other shows, but this one's just like, the cliffhangers feel a little bit different. They feel a little bit mean actually. Because I'm just like, you could give us a little bit more. Like you could
Come on, Leslie. Come on.
Yeah, a little something more to chew on.
I get that. And it's like we've talked about before, like, will I feel differently once the whole show is done? You know, that's the thing about a mystery story, a good mystery. When I go back and I watch Rian Johnson's Whodunits, Knives Out and Glass Onion, like I'm just like enjoying it because I'm like, I know how this is going to end. I'm just like, all the little details, all the little clues, all the little tricks. So maybe on a rewatch, this show will be more satisfying in that way. Because it'll be less about we're on this path to just try to get this information, and it'll be more about like we know how it ends, we know where these characters end, so we can really savor how the story is deciding to like we need to talk, cut, and you're like, oh man, that's gonna be the next one. But yeah, right now it's mean. It's a little mean, Leslie. It would be nice
it's a little mean, right? Yeah,
to get some of that info.
I did do a full rewatch last week of episodes 1 through 5 with my wife, and she was like, "This show's great. What are people complaining about?" Like, if you watch it all together, it flows really well. As a week to week thing, it feels mean.
Yeah, well, and it's funny you bring that up because last week's episode, I actually took all 5 episodes and I basically butted the ends together, and it really just flows like a movie. Like with the last week's episode, it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it really, like, you could easily
it's going to be a 4-hour movie altogether for sure.
Yeah,
it'll be like a 4-hour movie.
Easily just watch this because the way that everything lines up, it lines up seamlessly. So you really could just sit and watch, let's say it's, 6 hours long. You could really just get the full experience and get the whole story. And maybe on a rewatch, like you're saying, it'll feel more fulfilling because you're not waiting week to week for it. This is not me saying that I would have preferred that all the episodes dropped at once. I'm not saying that at all. I like that it's week to week to week to week.
Same.
I prefer the week to week, yes.
But I think that it's okay to stretch the length a little bit, to just give us a little bit more meat on the bone, just a little bit more, and to see whether or not, what we're predicting, that maybe the characters flop sides could be really interesting, or maybe it doesn't happen that way. Yeah, I think it's just like, just give me just a little bit more with every episode. It hasn't tainted my enjoyment of the show at all. It's just, I like it. I'm in it. So I just want a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
I really liked Manny Jacinto in this episode, and to like be aware that the writing of this show, I think, is more, for example, classic Star Wars than it is something like Andor. And it's unfair to compare because they're different projects trying to do different things. But this show is, I think, written with the dialogue, with the way that the characters are interacting with each other, feels more like a classic Star Wars or prequel or sequel Star Wars movie, with the way that the characters are they almost sometimes speak in almost iconic lines. Where Osha has something to say and then Qimir says something and it's just one little perfect little, versus like characters speaking more naturalistically or realistically the way we human beings speak. That's not what this show's doing. So because of that, because the dialogue is almost like sparse, we're like, we just want more to chew on, more meat on the bone. But I really like this episode, spending time with Qimir in his little cave. I hope it's revealed to be ahch-to or ahch-to, which I think would be great. Yeah, I think this episode confirmed my theories of, like we've been saying, this swap that may happen. I also want to address, too, in the comments for our previous reaction videos, as we're watching the show, we are talking about, and do not get us wrong, we love Star Wars, we're into it, but I like talking about the sort of like criticisms you can throw the Jedi's way, because they do take children from their homes, and then people in the comments are like, they don't take children, they offer to take them, and denizens of the galaxy
and then they
offer
take
them up because then the justification is because if you're like a Force user and you can move things with your mind, apparently everywhere else in the galaxy except for the temple on Coruscant, it's dangerous for you to live on your own planet in your home with your family. That's why the Jedi offer this service of like, we'll train, because people need to, I guess it's like Charles Xavier's school with mutants, but you can still make the criticism that like, okay, well then the Star Wars galaxy, thousands of years at this point, should have found a way to make it so that people who use the Force are regular members of society. How that hasn't happened. Think about like the Benders in the Avatar universe and how integrated into society they are versus this fictional world where whatever that justification is, I'm not saying it's not valid, it is, but like that's all to create a story where the Jedi will take young children out of their home. Why? Because that was established in the prequel movies. Why? Because it was going to be added to the relatable trauma that Anakin Skywalker went through. There's nothing that's more relatable about that character. If you tell an audience that like he had to leave his house when he's a little kid and he never saw his mom again. So when the other Jedi are telling him, you're too mad all the time, you mustn't be in touch with your emotions, the audience goes, no, that's messed up. I can side with him. That's messed up. Such a relatable emotion. So yeah, no matter what the justification is. And again, we love Star Wars, but I like poking the holes in it. I like hearing Qimir's justification for what he wants, well written in this episode, that I'm like, yeah, dude, he's not wrong. He's not wrong about anything he's saying. It's just semantics. It's just, but then he also kills people. But then his justification is, I didn't kill people, I killed Jedi. I killed people that were threatening my existence. And you go, interesting. Your existence shouldn't be threatened, sure, but you're doing evil shit. But you
you've done a murder, but
you were maybe whipped as a child by this green skin woman. Like we can relate. But then she also maybe saw the deep evil in him, and this goes back to Luke fighting Vader. This goes back to Luke fighting Kylo.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker's moment of weakness in The Last Jedi, which people have issues with, but I think like he's human.
It's great.
They are human.
It's great.
They are characters that have emotions, that experience things, that have flaws. Like I would never, no Star Wars character is perfect. And I think that's what makes them so relatable. And that's how you make such a fantastical science fiction fantasy story connect with an audience.
Except for Basil.
There has to be some emotional relatability.
Basil's the only character, Star Wars character that's perfect. Basil.
That's it.
Yeah,
OG. Number one. Basil and Chewie, maybe my faves. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about, we can't take that Luke Skywalker wanted to kill his nephew, or that Luke in the rage of hearing his father say, I'll kill your sister, I'll turn her to the dark side, that he would want to kill his own father. But how much better off would the galaxy have been if, like, the Hayden Christensen Anakin Skywalker or the Jake Lloyd Anakin Skywalker was killed because somebody went, the visions I see. Too bad. How much better? Like, it would have saved lives. It's messed up, but it's a baby Hitler hypothetical. It's it's just all a fiction. It's just so that we can explore some of these themes and these ideas. So yeah, I relate to Qimir, but also he's a bad guy, but also he's a hottie boo malati. So. Let's see what happens next 2 episodes.
Oh God, yeah, and I think that's how you keep these stories interesting. I think if you just kind of rinse and repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, then I think it gets kind of stale and boring. And
absolutely,
for me as a Star Wars fan who's loved Star Wars since I was 9, it doesn't take anything away from me from what's come before. I still love the original trilogy. I still love the prequels. I still love the sequels, even if there's flaws within all 6 of those films and the spin-off movies and the shows. I love it, flaws and all, because to me, it's more interesting for them to take swings and try something new. And if it doesn't totally work, then that's fine. Then it's not for me, or maybe I just don't connect to it emotionally like other people do. I got so much other shit in the Star Wars universe that I can look at and go, that one's for me. Empire Strikes Back, that one's for me. For someone else, it's Attack of the Clones. For someone like my brother's age, he's born in 2000. For him, it's probably Revenge of the Sith. There's stuff for everyone in Star Wars. So I don't think there will ever be anything made, whether it's Disney or if Lucasfilm sold to Paramount. I don't know. I don't think there will ever be anything made that will ever offend me, because I can just look at it and go, that's for someone else. And that's fine.
Yes.
Plenty of Star Wars to go around.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Very wise words, Adam. Very wise words. And I wish everybody would listen to that.
No one will. It's fine. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any theories as to what you think will happen by the end of the season, of course, let us know. If there's any fun cameos, but Easter eggs that maybe you caught that we missed, let us know. I'm sure there's always a plenty in Star Wars. Check out the Uncut Reactions. Check out the Checkskins podcast. Make sure you tune in for our discussion about Deadpool. If you want to watch along, you can do so on Patreon as well next week. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.